You are super gorgeous. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
Next month, I gonna
Seriously?
be 40.
As a Filipina single mom, what would you say is your main priority in life?
Priority is still both of them. I'm very proud that my boys is not gonna be a hindrance if I'm gonna have a relationship. And like, they know me well as a single mother.
Yeah.
You know, there could be a challenges, of course. You choose it. If you choose it, be sure that you are willing to stand for it. You know.
Still, you're able to keep yourself in shape with 4 boys. How do you maintain your physique?
On doing the things that makes me happy. This thing can make me upset, make me feel sad and insecure. I'm not gonna do that. So do the things that
That's
excite you and make you feel beautiful.
How do you protect your own energy and relax?
I don't engage negativity to people.
It's very simple, yet a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people dwell in negative thinking and it's really toxic. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Gladys on Love. I have a very special guest, a beautiful woman inside and out, and it's actually her first time on my channel, so I'm very excited.
It's kind of like she's very it's like soft-spoken. Now I'm nervous.
This is just gonna be a chit chat between the two of us.
Okay,
Mostly, just wanted to get to know you more. Well, we've had such a great conversation last time that
that was fun.
we talked.
It was a long video.
Yes. And this one, I actually want to introduce you to my subscribers, and I'm sure some of my subscribers are probably subscribed to you or familiar. And for today's topic, I just want to talk about, being a Filipina single mom. Because both of us, we have a lot of foreigner subscribers out there, and they're curious to understand the brain of a Filipina single mom. Like, what is it that as a Filipina single mom, what would you say is your main priority in life?
Yeah, being a single mom everywhere, it's a very challenging kind of like position you have to deal with, like the challenges, because you're alone in playing both two roles. But I would say it makes you, as a woman, I have 4 boys. If they don't know it, guys, I have 4 boys, 2 adult, and the other 2 is still like minor, like 15 and 10 years old. So my kids right now, even though later I gonna be in a relationship, my boys is still be my priority. But it's like it's gonna be changing a little bit. That time when you already, for example, as a single mom, I gonna have a husband, another husband, or a boyfriend, or a partner in life. Priority is still both of them, of my kids and him, but it's gonna be changing into him is my priority, and him and me will prioritize our kids. Even if he got kids, I got kids, or we gonna have kids together, it should be me and him working together as a team to grow or to raise our children well.
I love your response, especially when you talk about, if you have a partner, the priority will be changed. But this time, instead of just you alone thinking about your kids, now you have a partner that both of you can actually take care of, your kids, and maybe his kids too if he has one. And how about your boys? How do they feel about you potentially having a new relationship? How do they feel about that?
Honestly, my boys, I am very proud of it, because the way they respected me, because they know how responsible I am, and they sees it. I raised them, and they know me well. We're living in house together, so my boys is not gonna be a problem, because I believe me and the boys in the level of respect to each other, they respect me a lot, to know that if ever there is one person that we gonna welcome in our lives, they're gonna be all right, or their life will be turned into better, because I am responsible of big decision, as a mother, they seen me, so Yeah, I'm very proud that my boys is not gonna be a hindrance if I gonna have a relationship, or like they gonna give me a stress or option like choose him or choose us. Like I can't see that I will be positioned into that. So yeah, I'm very confident in terms of that.
I love that.
Yeah,
I think
of course.
I love that you
Yeah.
are confident about that because you
Yeah.
know how you raise them and your relationship with them. Do you ever had a conversation with them about it, and maybe a story that you can share of how do they, how do you talk about that?
Yeah, in the house, because my boys is like the other one, the eldest is 21 years old, 18, 15. Like we just joke around in terms of that, and we don't take it very serious. I mean, Dino, like I'm very like, oh, this guy is telling me they like me, like he like me. Like, what you gonna say, that guys? And they're just gonna ask like, oh, where he from? Like, oh wow, like something like that. I mean, again, they know that, in that part, they don't have to worry in that, because they trust me that I'm not gonna be just kind of inviting someone in our lives, and us just, we're living not easy life, as a single mother. There could be a challenges, of course. Me, I'm more concerned on how I gonna raise them into a respectful human being, really. So yeah, they're okay with it. I don't think they're gonna have a problem. Like, yeah, of course, yeah, it's a worry, right? For a guy to get into my life as a single mother, not 1, 2, 3, it's 4 boys. And that's why I would say that there's a lot of single mothers in the Philippines, and sometimes they think our foreigner men would be like okay with having a single mom, which is, I hear most of the time it's okay. But the foreigner should know that, should really be honest if he is okay raising some others' children.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you don't, then it's okay as well. As a person, as a woman, I understand those men that will be honest and tell the truth that, I don't want to raise some others man's kids,
Don't lead the person on, because it happens. There's a lot of issue. Foreigner complaining about single women, that they're prioritizing their kids. But I think before you go into a relationship with a single mom, you need to already be aware that it's our priority, and then just ask yourself, are you willing to also engage with that, knowing that we have our kids and our kids are our priority. Now, again, thank you for sharing, and I'm happy that your boys are just casually talking about this kind of topic, and it's like a normal conversation for you.
And I think it matters as well, like, when you date a single mother, this is the very first kind of like things you have to focus before dating a single mom. You ask yourself, I am really willing to help her with her children. I am really patient to share times and be kind of like willing to kind of like live a life that with her kids is part of it. Are you willing to embrace those things? So if you have doubt, just don't do it. Like, find another woman that are single, no kids, like, younger, and you better decide it. You choose it. If you choose it, be sure that you are willing to stand for it.
Exactly.
That's really matters, I think. What you say?
I totally agree with that. Again, being clear about what you want, and attracting the people that you actually tick the boxes of what you're looking for. You are super gorgeous, and you're able to keep yourself really well. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you when
I am, oh my god, this is
reveal?
Next month I'm gonna be 40.
Oh,
I'm gonna
seriously,
be 40.
you look so
Thank you.
Still, you're able to keep yourself in shape with 4 boys. How do you maintain your physique?
Honestly, like, I just being careful with the food. I don't eat too much normally. I just eat frequent but small. And also I try to always be happy, you know, and try to nurture what's inside you.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm not saying I'm not gonna yell, I'm not gonna scream, I'm not gonna be sad or frustrated or disappointed. But I make sure that most of my day is more on doing the things that makes me happy,
That's
excite me, or like, you know, uplift my spirit, kind of. I think that's the best. No, you just don't stress.
Yeah.
Often, of course, as a woman, you know that we have
go through those
yeah.
phases. I think that's very important, and I hope that there are other Filipina women
Yes,
out there
yeah.
that would come across this video, and
Yeah.
even if you're a single mom, you don't have to be looking haggard or forgetting
Yeah.
about taking care of yourself. Because I think back then I had that, like, you know, I already have kids. I thought there's no reason to be sexy or to
Yeah.
make yourself presentable.
Yes.
But I was unhappy, like looking at myself in the mirror and then very
Yeah.
losyang. So I
Yeah.
really appreciate, I think it goes back to self-worth,
Yes.
right? If you
The
take
more-
care of yourself.
The more you're taking care of yourself in the morning, when you look at in the mirror, oh wow, you're gorgeous. It's already start in there.
Yeah.
Like when there are moments that we feel ugly, of course, but we feel insecure, we feel unconfident. No, I'm not that pretty, but it's your job as a human being, as a woman, to lift up yourself. No one will do it for you. You have to decide what type of person or what type of woman you want to present in the world yourself. Like, you want to be positive, you want to be enthusiastic, smile, you know, and smells good, you know, take a shower. Figured out what can make you feel good.
Right.
Like a little bit every day, and then later on you're gonna get to used to the routine. And
I love that. Are you always like this, like happy, positive, and always been able to take care of yourself?
Oh no, not all the time. But again, I would say, like, I always make sure that most of my, you know, I will be able to do the things that I like. For example, exercising and relaxing, like watching movie on my own, like just to clear up my head. And I think that is very important for you to be able to take care of your husband, your partner, your boyfriend, your friends and family, your kids.
Yeah.
It's everything start in you.
I
So,
love that.
like, you know, within you, like, figured out, oh, this thing can make me upset, can make me drive crazy, can make me feel sad and insecure. I'm not gonna do that. You're gonna keep doing on those things like that. You know, for example, eating healthy, drinking healthy. Oh, this makes me feel that I'm very strong. You know, I will often do it. So do the things that just
That's
excite you and make you feel beautiful.
good.
Like,
Right.
but you should be doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
Don't do it for people to look say, oh, you look great.
To please other people.
Yeah, do it for yourself.
I like that. I like what you said. It's like, you know, in order for you to take better care of other people,
Yeah.
first you need to take care of yourself. That way you have enough energy
Yeah.
and you can sustain like taking care of others too. So you mentioned something about, like, you know, watching movie on your own, working out. What else? What other self-care routine, or how do you protect your own energy and relax?
I don't engage negativity to people. I have a very few circle of friends. Few circle of friends, and I don't go outside with the neighbors having chismes and bringing other people down.
Yeah.
I don't have all the time. But if you're gonna ask me, like, oh, Weng, I need your advice, I'm willing to spend 30 an hour. You know, I like, it's a good feeling as well when you can lift up some other spirit.
Right.
Like, for example, there is someone, my friend, that is, you know, upset or like feeling unconfident. I love to lift up his spirit and like advise, you're beautiful. Because
Right.
some other people, like, they always they describe themselves, oh, I'm super ugly, like, you know, I can't do this, I get a bad skin, my skin is. No, you should not be talking to yourself like that. So to me, how can you share positivity if you don't have it?
Yeah.
You know, so as again, fill yourself with positive thoughts, like just try your best. Again, I'm not saying I'm always like this. Oh my goodness. I yelled, I scream, I get frustrated as well. There are moments like that, of course, as a human being. But you can't, what is matter is how you get over it. How you will stand after that and rebuild it again. Rebuild yourself again to the kind of person that you kind of like hoping and you know you're proud to see. And when you look at in the mirror, and as well, if you love your children or your family, these people cares you genuinely. So it will reflect to them as well, and you're gonna make them happy as well. So yeah, guys, simple as that.
It's very simple, yet a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people dwell in negative thinking, and it's really toxic, and it's a slippery slope to get you stuck. You know, you ask yourself, why am I always in this struggling situation? You can always start by asking yourself, like, okay, what are the thoughts that I'm looping in my head? How do I talk to myself? What is my self relationship? It always goes back to the self relationship.